is a Bramble Jam podcast. It's Thursday, October 29th. You should take the day off. Was it worth it?
No. No, it was not. Why would you hit me like that?
I bet it looked cool.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it looked awesome.
I got a little bit closer to you than I...
You want to turn down that music or just keep it rolling?
Take the day. Take the day.
Sometimes it comes back. I was doing a little jump rope.
You were.
A
Sitting jump rope, which I really enjoy.
You don't know what's going on under here.
You sure don't. What do you mean?
My legs could be jumping up and down.
Oh, yeah.
What did you think I meant?
I didn't know.
Okay,
that's why
good.
I asked.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Hey, guys, welcome to Take the Day Off.
Day off.
Daily podcast where we tell you to take the day off because I think we all need a reason. I think sometimes you just need a breather. And we're trying to encourage you to take this entire week off for Halloween. We're almost there, guys.
We're so close you can taste it. And the best way to make Halloween come quicker is to not go to work and to take that day off. You normally Halloween's during the week, and you usually go, yeah, I'm not going in today because it's Halloween. Well, guess what? Halloween's on a Saturday, so we got to start that party early.
It is a perfect storm for Halloween because not only is it on a Saturday, you also fall back. You get an extra hour of sleep. It's a fall back on the 31st going into the 1st, so you can
Dude, for all you people that don't have kids, that's awesome.
Right.
For all of us that do have kids, it's a nightmare. I used to love fallback, and now I hate it.
Yeah.
I used to be the biggest champion of daylight savings time of anyone, and now that I have kids, I'm like, just get me out of here right now.
I'm so over it. All right, can we just? This is the last. Can we just? This is the last time.
Yeah.
Can we just stop it?
This is it. This is the one. Everybody take the day off and take the daylight savings time off. That's what we're saying.
Just let's be done with it.
Yeah.
Let's fall back and be done. I know there's important stuff that people are voting for, but just
fall back and be done.
Vote whoever will make that happen. You can run on anything you want to as long as you're going to just stop the time change.
I get the feeling, and we don't need to get in the DST weeds, but we're about to. I get the feeling that you would never stop with fall back. You stop with spring forward.
No, well, why?
Because of the daylight.
But the reason why you do it in the first place, you would almost have to because you want to wake up with the sun earlier, and so you fall back because the farmers.
Yeah,
it's for the farmers, and so you would do it. You would.
It's not for the farmers anymore. We don't want it to be dark so early in the day.
I do.
You do. I do too. I'm just saying we collectively.
I guys, we can talk about this right now if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I want to wake up and it be sunny, and I want any excuse I can get to put my kid to bed early.
Yeah,
I would actually go to bed early.
Now that we're talking about this, I'm the reverse of you. I would rather it stay light out longer, and I would rather it be dark in the morning so I can sleep a little bit more, and my kids will sleep more. That's where I am.
I don't know. My kid. Well, it's not working right now.
Is the podcast over? We'll shut it down.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah. Put it on the poll.
Guys, it's time to have that scary movie marathon you've been putting off.
Yes, it is right now.
That's why you should take the day off.
This is the day to do it.
That's exactly right. Because today is Frankenstein Day. Today is Frankenstein Day. Can you believe it?
Man.
A full day just for Frankenstein.
Full day for Frankenstein.
Frankenstein is coincidentally a subscriber for Bramble Jam Plus. BrambleJamPlus.com is where he went, signed up, and he tries to send us emails. Hands are too big. It's a whole thing.
It's a thing.
But he did sign up, thank God. So be like Frankenstein and sign up for Bramble Jam Plus. Right now, Frankenstein Day.
Yeah.
I was watching Frankenstein movie last night to kind of get ready, get my juices flowing. It was at the peak of the movie, peak Stein, and he looked straight at the camera, which I thought was interesting, like breaking the fourth wall there, and just said, "Dan knows about Frankenstein Day," and I was like, Was that Frankie? And after some, deliberating, I gather that he thinks that you know about Frankenstein Day.
And I do. And this dates back to the late 1970s in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, where Sheboygan, where Frankenfest was really put Sheboygan on the map. Now, Frankenfest is a Frankenstein Hot Dog Festival. So basically you show up to this festival and everyone not only is dressed like Frankenstein, but they're dressing their hot dogs like Frankenstein. And there's a costume contest for the hot dog. So some people use like a little mustard, like a little Bart Simpson kind of haircut for the Frankenstein. Others use different toppings to look like the bolts and the machinery. They get very festive. There's a Frankenstein costume contest, and there's a hot dog eating contest, and there's a combined contest. The guy that can eat or girl that can eat the most hot dogs while dressed like Frankenstein. The festival has caused more heart attacks per capita than any other festival in the country. And so they shut it down in 1981. However, they did establish National Frankenstein Day, which was a much safer, heart-healthy way to celebrate National Frankenstein Day. Brand, back to you.
Interesting. Sure, let's go with it.
I love it.
Frankenstein Day is a very confusing day if you Google it, because Frankenstein Day, there's a Frankenstein Day on August 30th, which is a day to honor the author.
We got a little bit of a scuttlebutt here.
Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley, who was born on August 30th and wrote the book Frankenstein in 1818. We then have Frankenstein Friday, which is the last Friday in October, which would be tomorrow. But then we also have National Frankenstein Day, which for some reason is on October 29th. We don't know why.
Okay.
But I will read you interesting thing about Frankenstein Friday, since we're not going to do Frankenstein Friday, but Frankenstein Friday is also a thing that we actually have some info on. It was a day created by Ron McCloskey.
Ron McCloskey, that snake in the grass.
He created this day in 1997 in Westfield, New Jersey. Westfield, the interesting thing about Westfield, New Jersey is it is also the hometown of Charles Addams, the New York Times Magazine cartoonist who created the Addams Family. So Ron's interest in Frankenstein comes as no surprise, since the spooky is a big part of Westfield, New Jersey. And Ron actually picked Friday because Frankenstein starts with the FR. Friday also FR, Friday. Which is why he did that.
And this year it leads right into Halloween, which is perfect.
It does, so absolutely. Perfect. But for reasons unknown, there's also National Frankenstein Day that comes on October 29th. So lots of ways in which you can celebrate Frankenstein Day. But for the sake of this, we're going to say take today off.
Yes.
Because you can spend all Thursday watching the spooky, scary movies.
Yeah, and if you're not a big scary movie fan, look, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Not scary at all. Really funny. Fun time.
Oh, wow.
That was good.
That was good. That was good.
I'm here.
Hey, we're going to take a quick break because we're going to get to people's favorite scary movies.
Should be good.
We are going to try to put together for you the perfect scary movie day. The day from now, 5 a.m. to as late as you want to. Watch the scary movies. We're going to get to that in just a second, but first we're going to take a quick break here on Take the Day Off.
Boy, scary movies. How much fun is that? Is it much better than going to the theater for a nice scary movie?
Oh, there's nothing better. I love it. I love it. We asked you yesterday, what's your favorite scary movie to celebrate Frankenstein Day? Dan, what's your favorite movie?
Favorite
scary movie.
All right. We've talked about this and it's tough. I think in the theater, The Conjuring, the utilization of the bumps in the night and just the things that could be scary, and then the actual jolt scares of The Conjuring were just top notch. Really, really good. I think Hereditary stayed with me a long, long time. Growing up, I was terrified of the Wicked Witch of the Wizard of Oz when I was really little. And like also psychologically, The Silence of the Lambs when I was like in high school. Oh my goodness. I was terrified of Hannibal Lecter. So there's a lot of ways you could go there. There are a lot of fun ones for sure.
Yes.
What about you?
Well, I mean, we do agree about The Conjuring in the theaters, but I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't bring up my favorite movie of all time, which is Signs.
Yeah.
Which is a fun movie to watch. and just kind of get in it. You know what I mean? Get in the scary spirit, because it's not all the way scary all the time, but it has some spooky moments. And as a kid, it scared the
I remember
out of me.
it being in a sold out theater for Signs, and everyone was on the edge of their seat for that movie.
A lot of our listeners, Dan, don't do the scary,
That's
which
right.
is just a shame, I think, personally, because I think the scary is worth doing if you're going to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no kidding. Scary's worth doing if you're going to do it.
That's exactly
I've said
right.
that for years. Now, some people are saying, hey, I don't do scary. Like Debbie's saying, I don't do scary, but I did enjoy Stranger Things.
Okay.
And Stranger Things is fairly
That's
scary.
right. Hey, and maybe this is good. If you're not a scary fan, I've talked to a lot of people that are like this. I don't do the scary, but they like Stranger Things. If you haven't watched the Stranger Things series, now's a perfect day to do it. It will take you all day to watch all 3 seasons. I don't even know if you could do it all in one day.
You could do it.
You think so? Yeah, so go ahead and do that. You'll have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Is it 10 episodes or 8? It's 8 episodes a season, right?
I think it depends on
So
the
none
season.
of them are over an hour. So you could do
season
it in 20.
Season 2, they did that 9 so they could fit in that one episode.
Or maybe it's, whatever the case may be. Give it a go. Try it. 24-hour marathon.
Erica says I don't do the scary movies, but I like Hocus Pocus. I saw Hocus Pocus for the first time just a couple weeks ago.
They're making a Hocus Pocus 2.
There's a scuttlebutt, and
believe that?
our good friend Doug Jones is in the Hocus Pocus, and so
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
The original version of The Fly scarred me for life.
The Fly.
You know The Fly? Jeff
No.
Goldblum, David Cronenberg movie? Oh, my gosh.
Ray Clausen said Hallmark's Bad Dates Chronicles.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty terrifying.
So good on you.
Yeah.
Christian says A Quiet Place. Yeah, I would say A Quiet Place. My wife liked A Quiet Place, and she doesn't do scary movies. That's a fun one just because of the anticipation of everything
gimmick,
that's going on, because it's it's quiet, and so that's a fun gimmick.
Alonzo said the original The Haunting, which is I've not actually seen it, but people love it. Gina is mixed between The Lost Boys and Saw. The Lost Boys is my go-to. Saw is scarier. I like Saw. The original Saw is a really
I've never
solid,
seen Saw.
Man, you know the twist though, right?
No.
What?
Yeah.
Man.
I'll watch Saw. I have
it's not your kind of scary. It's more that like gory scary, but
right.
It is the first Saw is not a bad movie at all.
My problem with Saw, I never saw it, but that is what made gory horror. There was that period of time.
Yes.
What was that, in the early to mid 2000s?
Yeah, Hostel.
Where that was what scary movies were. It was all about the gore.
Yeah.
And
but the original Saw made on a shoestring budget, made by the same director as The Conjuring.
Yes,
The
I didn't
same
know
director
that.
as
Yes,
The Conjuring. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's a shoestring budget. It's a fun movie.
Speaking
Really
of Frankenstein, Michael says Young Frankenstein.
okay,
Young Frankenstein.
that's a comedy.
Apparently, maybe it's got a little. Maybe it's got a little spook. I don't know.
Mel Brooks comedy where he's putting on the Ritz the whole bit. That's
Ellie's right there with us. Annabelle, The Conjuring, Oculus. There's some options
Oculus,
for you.
that was a wild movie. Shannon says Scream. Scream is a fun one if you're not a huge horror fan, but you love the horror movie tropes. Have you seen Scream?
Never seen Scream.
Bran.
I know.
Oh my gosh, man.
I know.
Oh.
Split. I don't know if I consider Split. I don't know.
Split, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that's a horror movie. That's psychological horror, maybe. Yumi says Get Out, which is a great movie. You need to check that out if you've not yet.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Man.
Okay.
Yeah. He haunts your dream. When you go to sleep, Freddy Krueger is going to get you. That is just literal nightmare fuel is what that is.
A movie that came out a few years ago that I just absolutely adored was the remake of It. I thought the remake of It was just a treat.
The first was great.
The first
second
It, the second one wasn't great, but the first one had just a lot of good
So
jumpers.
I have to, as a film person, dive into Erin Shea's answer briefly.
Okay, sure.
Because she says hide and
Aaron doesn't strike me as a scary movie person.
So she says hide and seek or Rear Window, parentheses, anything Hitchcock, really. Now, I don't know if I consider Rear Window a horror movie. Psycho, yes, absolutely, slasher horror movie. But I want to pivot back to hide and seek. Is this the Robert De Niro, maybe Dakota Fanning hide and seek movie that's basically just like a Shining ripoff? Because I've never heard anyone say that that's their favorite horror movie ever. And I'm fascinated by that answer because
Scary movie I think is overrated is The Shining.
Yeah. The Shining's it's a good movie, but as a horror movie,
yes.
I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. And it just depends on really what you're going into horror movies for, scary movies. I don't want the end of my scary movie to be what happens at The Shining, where it's just like, oh, what? He's what?
Yeah. And I will say this, if I have to tell you the best qualitatively horror movie, I think Psycho is number one. Like, I think that movie just stands above the rest. Have you seen Psycho? I'm going to literally throw you out the window. I just don't even know what to do with you.
I'll pause you right there. I don't know if that's possible.
I could try.
With our office. I don't know if those windows open in that manner.
No, I'm going to throw you through it.
Oh, through glass?
Yeah.
That seems unsafe. This is a real sausage.
Dude, what are you doing?
You know this about me. I didn't really start watching movies until...
Sometimes. Like these, we've done 3 already. Mm-hmm. We just Saw and the Psycho. What was the other one you haven't seen? There's another one this episode.
I'm sorry.
This is absurd.
I'm sorry.
Man, and the daylight savings time, I don't think I can talk to you anymore.
Daylight savings time is really what... I didn't really start watching movies until I was an adult.
Together.
So I missed out on a lot. I'm a Christmas fan. I didn't watch It's a Wonderful Life until a few years ago.
I get it.
So
Whatever.
There's obviously a lot of gaps in my repertoire.
Yeah. So Paige says, "Follow me to Daisy Hills," which is also a great answer.
A few people said that actually, which is interesting.
Done and done. Love it.
We did it, everybody.
We did it, hey.
Spend the day watching the spooky movies. I think start off with just like a little scare, end with The Conjuring or something like that at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll give you a hard time falling asleep. It'll be a lot of fun. Tomorrow, everybody, we're gonna be dressed up. Don't worry for the Halloween because we're off for Halloween for Saturday. But we just want to know about your favorite Halloween memory from childhood. Your favorite Halloween memory from childhood. We'll get into those tomorrow. Until then, we're gonna leave you with the Balaha Coup, and we hope that you have a wonderful
Take that day
off.
O thou ancient tree, you have grown while times past, while lovers kissed. Neath. Have a great day, everyone.
Is that like
Did he say Neath?
A Shakespeare?
Did he say Neath?
Was he trying to be all Billy Shakespeare there?
Billy, you know what? I heard some rumors about Billy.
Oh, did you?
Oh, you don't want me to repeat
He's in
it.
the weeds.
Neath? Can you just say Neath?
Yeah, like apostrophe Neath.
Apostrophe Neath.
Yeah.
I always, when I've been to church,
that's the one.
They have some of those words where they just apostrophe, and then the word, it's just like, is Hosea in the house?
Hostia's in the house.